the ring, I do him Apollo Creed. Ivan drag off the Balboa, constricting rhymes around neck, stopping breath, foot on neck. He can't breathe, Pierre bring on tombstones and soft soil. Be all you can be, it ain't much. Ask any GI, I'm the builder, gets them caught up in the clutch. There's no survivors when they fuck around with the do or diver. Oh my God, Rizzo Rizankin is the live wire. I've been around and seen a lot of MCs get wrecked from a lack of respect because there is no competition. I've been around and seen a lot of MCs get wrecked from a lack of respect because of no competition. I've been around and seen a lot of MCs get wrecked from a lack of respect because there is no competition. There is no competition. Competition is none. God bless the child who sparks it off like the sun. I clash like the Titan, took him harder than the Kraken. Stole by the head of Medusa. Beat this maneuver. Styles of brains of challenges like the industrial Hoover. I get them open like butt cheeks on a porno freak. Have them screaming something terrible like sorority grease. I be the greatest killer of all time. These must I get about to leave him KO on couch longer than Rip Van Winkle. With a flash, you furious tongue that clashes clay like Cassius Hinkle. I land on them seas like abandoned islands. Sending out SOS, some old shit you ain't heard before. Leave the fifth mark, you're soft as Birdman. I hit homers and run like OJ, spilling a Bronco on the highway. Boy, you lying MCs sure are dandy, so I cross-pollinate to make you daffy lying pussy. Willowing in a field of crabgrass ass rappers, tell them to run, oh my God. Here comes Kid Law. Go tell your mama.
This little old man, he wanna lick a tom-tom. He's got mad flavor, banana with a humby diggy he don't. Abdul is about to come. Feel the rhythm that I give him and the wisdom that I drop. You can't stop it, can't top it. Take a biscuit, sop it. It's ethereal, quite literal, more advanced than fiber optics. The truth that I flip may cause inflictions. I rip the script with conviction. I mean this. Alright, I grips the mic like the kind of fiendish. Malik A will all be super genius in science and mathematics that allow me to say this. Not an ego, let's say we go back to Uraeus. You us, Uraeus, flee the chaos and confusion. Stimulating the five senses is not a mere illusion. Love and wisdom is all, put it together like fusion. Soldiers poised us out to give a new world a contusion. Hum-ba-diggity, hit down, I'm Helen from the sun. Hum-ba-diggity, hit down, I am the sum of none but one, composed of six gods in the mix. Hum-ba-diggity, hit down, I'm Helen from the sun. Hum-ba-diggity, hit down, I am the sum of none but one, composed of six gods in the mix. Heretics and some critics, they say we rank first. We're not the baddest of the bad, nor the worst of the worst. We strive for some embodiment in harmony with the universe. Though weathered, we're unmovable like Mount Kilimanjaro. Africans will laugh again, so I say no sorrow. We are the people of the day before yesterday. We are the people of the day after tomorrow. I have a dream someday that our youth will be walking down the streets, contemplating, nibbling on ginseng root, giving hell to those who aren't hard for sure, but for show. Pretending what you hadn't thought but said and didn't know. Claiming sets, throwing up gang signs, society's got you snared. What the hell is that sign language? For the spiritually impaired, I'm not a player hater, I'm just a player fader. What goes around comes around, vengeance is mine, I catch you later.
We about to pop up. Shouts out to Malik Willoughby, the whole Spirit clan, Spirit. And also, we can't forget the world famous Storm 9000.
No man shall get the best of me. One man's the great test of me. The part of me that strives up and begins to pull up the rest of me. Conquering selfish, true manifest destiny. And good reflects this. As I become more mindful, godliness pierces the blindfold. And I take it to the nine, so you can't check this. I pumps courage to the chest when suckers come for test. And when they come for test, there's no need to press a nine. I've got to buck a sucker with great outflux of the mind. My clairvoyance is a product of mind sight, creating foresight instead of hindsight. My buoyancy is a reflection of my hardship. I've been through much, and I'm beyond death. My legacy is a reflection of my godship. I hold a tight grip until my last breath. Hum-ba-diggity, hit dumb, I'm hailing from the sun. Hum-ba-diggity, hit dumb, I am the sum of none but one, composed of six gods in the mix. No gimmicks, just a few turntable tricks, executed by DJ Superman top notch. More vision than Blackwatch, he steps upon the heads of DJs like a quick game of hopscotch. Wherever the top drops, then we must begin with musical sustenance. True, that comes through the eye of the storm, though cosmic in fact. This child's tracks are produced in his humanoid form. We are the sum of none but one.
Yo.
Women, but most important goddesses were black not just for the African now in the civilization of the Greek. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey. The woman who draws, who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her, is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the golden fleece is a black woman, Medea. The woman who marries Perseus,
get
the
yours
Greek
at
hero,
ladywarriorsrop.com.
Question too. It
Go
can
ahead.
be on the record, off the record. It can be on the record. I heard Bob Johnson said he's talking to the higher powers, I guess the government, about our reparations. And I guess the numbers that they come up with were about 3. His name is Saul here in Ngozi, Northern Light Shopping Center. You want more than just a nice cut? Good conversation, good vibe, good music. Come see me at 3512 Cleveland.
After 75 years of organizing in our community, Baba, Elder Mariba Kelsey has put together 11 steps for considerations for empowering African-centered organizations. Get your copy at maribakelsey.com, maribakelsey.com. Oh man, let's get it.
Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Take a breath. Now, grab your glass for some water. Grab your glass. Lift your pitcher of that water. Or bottle. Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Bam. Just move your body. Drink. Or should I say, Move, then drink. Move your body. Move your body. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Lift and pour yourself some water. Pour. Move your body, drink some water. Move it. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy. Remember the four pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces. Eat a culturally appropriate diet. Behave. Take your breath. Come on. Lift and pour. You can do it. Move your body. Come on. Come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Come on. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Drink it. Lift it. Drink it. Come on. Drink that health in. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Take your breath. Take your breath. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Lift it.
Alright, look like my whole system crashed. Right before DigiFest.
Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink.
Alright, excuse me, Instagram.
Drink your water. Drink,
Drink,
drink, drink. Come on, come on. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Come on, pour it. Move your body. Move. Move. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. What? Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water.
All right, speaker, we having some technical difficulties. I need to get into my, I can't remember what it's called. I need to get into my server because my server crashed. It looks like my server crashed over on the other end, and I want to see what's going on here because I can't get into it. But we will continue the show, of course. But y'all know all this happened right before DigiFest. Right before DigiFest, right? So I'm going to have to go on and get with, I might have to get with Cy again, see what's going on. I put it on, I got the server on a 24-hour. I got a 24-hour server. And I'm having problems. It's crashing. I don't know. Maybe it's feeling the pressure of the time. But we going to find out. We going to get to the bottom of it. I got my whole Instagram piece on hold. Hopefully they still up. If not, I have to reset it. But we won't go through everything again. They're saying my server is preheating. I hope it don't mean that my server is on fire. That would be horrible, right? So this morning we wanted to have a talk, but I want to shout out all of our supporters. So, it's back up. Okay. All right, cool. Let's see. There we go. OBS offline. Okay, let me go. Let me start streaming. All right. According to my system, we are live. I can't see anything as of yet. So let me go and do some checking. I want to apologize to those who, I can't say nothing but shit happens. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Shit happens. And those of you that's been adults long enough, y'all know that I'm not lying. Every time, everything that can go wrong will go wrong. That's why we have to be prepared. That's one of the reasons why I have me a alternate server as well. And as we grow as Gye-Nyame, I'm gonna get more computers. We got a lot of stuff that's popping off right now. And let me go back to my Instagram. Sorry, Instagram. I'm sorry, Instagram. And I can't even find my little thing to set everything on top of. It's so messed up. All right, so I want to bring this down a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. That ain't even enough. All right. So let's go. I want to thank the supporters that we have so far because it's growing, man. And it's like I don't even have room. So I had to go and do a whole nother piece. So let's start with Angela Mateen, Yolanda Brooks, Larry F. Crow. We have Sapphire Spirit. Now we also have Elder Ori Pianki. We got Olivia Spikes. We got Brother Alumala. We got Loretta Burrows. We got Mama Margarita, the Kelsey family. Elder Tony and Aziza West. Elder Phil Haynes. Elder Phyllis Harrison Ransom. Charles Campbell. Elder, oh man, hold on. Elder, Katie Sheckham. N. Ankh Major. We got Elder Alona Edwards, Madonna Hill, Lisa Todd, Don McGoogle, Charles Stephan, and Khalifa Judge. Family, those of you that supporting us is growing. And yo, I want you to know that you truly are appreciated. I have to put out a video for y'all because I want y'all to know, especially those that are supporters through the Gumroad site, that you have access to our whole digital library, which we will be adding to on a regular basis. I'm trying to get Sister Janice up on there, but some of us in denial of our genius. She could figure it out. She just don't want to do it. That's cool. But you got access to our entire digital library. I'm going to show you how to get to it on the computer as well as the phone before the DigiFest so that you can get that. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming. We got a few partnerships. Hopefully we're going to be able to stream Janice's show when she decides to do her show. This is going to be excellent for educators, parents, and students. Giving you the truth and the hard facts. We're going to do something. We got a brother by the name of Rashid that's going to be dropping some stuff real soon. Brother Quasi texted me last night, said, I'm finally ready. I've been trying to get him ready for the last few years. And he's moving towards that point to where he's going to be ready. Sister Navita going to be doing something. And with the technology we have now, because family, please let me share with you. With the technology that we have now, let me just say, it looked like I'm froze on, good God Almighty, what is going on with my system? Look like I'm froze. Hold on. Good grief. Also, we have some books coming out by, hold on, family. Here we go. It's going right before DigiFest, right? I got to do all this stuff with DigiFest, and I got shit crashing on me. But I got 5 days to get it together and to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And the team I got working with me, it's small beans to a giant. We're going to make this. We're going to make it pop off. We're going to make it happy. Oh, yeah, I'm coming through fine on Instagram. I'm not coming through fine on the other channels. You know, maybe because of the title. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still, hold on. I got to check and make sure we up on, yep, it's a black screen on Facebook and, yeah, what's going on? All right. Because I wanted to give my perspective on, well, at least it's a little small piece because I only got a little bit of time in the morning. And plus, I'm running super late on our boy Dave Chappelle. 8 minutes. What is it? 8:46. He kept screaming 8:46. Lord have mercy. I'm still not getting the image. Is it on me or is it on them? All right, y'all can hear my voice, though. I'm going to stop streaming for a second. There we go. Let's start it again. Peace out to Brother Kwame. Peace out to Brother Kwame. Shouts out to Terahasa. Oh, we got some books coming out by Terahasa. Two excellent books. So get ready. All right. I'm trying to get hyped. I ain't get to finish drinking my water because the whole damn system went down. I could see and hear you now. Right. Oh, cool. It's up. It's up again. All right, cool. All right. Now, I got to finish drinking my water. So, family, y'all know the rules. Grab your water. Drink your water. We got to start our bodies off right if we're going to do this. Yeah. It wasn't you, though, goddess. It wasn't you, then, my goddess. It wasn't you. It was the system. I've been having troubles with it. Actually, it started a little bit yesterday. I thought I solved it, but I think I'm going to have to reboot my whole system. All right. Let's see if I get y'all some fireworks before we get jumping off. Was kicked out of Twitch, but check back and it was up again. Yeah. Drink your water. That's right. Y'all caught the song. They didn't catch the song. Let's see if we get some fireworks for the family. Oh, great day. Good God Almighty. Lord, I love my ambrosia. This the unfiltered family. This the unfiltered. This only goes out to those who request it. All right, let's get it. So now, I watched Dave Chappelle's 8:46. Now, I seen it the day it came out, right? So, because, I got to get my sleep. But when I wake up, I'm checking stuff because I want to make sure I'm able to bring y'all some quality stuff. I'm looking for news. I'm looking for things to talk about. And even if I ain't got nothing to talk about, we're going to get up and we're going to do this toast. But I checked out Dave Chappelle's 8:46. And actually, I got it because Greg Kamati Carr, who going to be on the show on the DigiFest. Matter of fact, I need to share that flyer. I shared it on there. I need to make sure the family on here can also see it. But Brother Greg Carr come on. I seen him. He posted the fact that Dave had dropped something, right? And I was like, wow. So I went and seen it, expecting comedy, right? But I didn't get comedy as we're used to it. I got commentary, good commentary, brought to us by a brother in many ways that, as he said, that we do trust. I got to go to my receipt screen because I don't want to start the Drink Your Water song. So Dave Chappelle got up and he talked about this 8:46. Now, the reason I want to talk about it on the Daily Toast because I want the family to, especially those that are participating with the Daily Toast, I want you to see what I saw as far as Dave Chappelle just in a couple of minutes. Just bear with me for a minute. So if those of you that seen it, if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. Because it's good. It's good because it's Dave basically throwing his ideas out about this whole situation, talking about his position as a famous person. Oh, I found my thing. As a famous person, his position and what people was expecting of him, and he called out a few people, which was real good because it's something. And what Dave Chappelle modeled for us is, in a sense, the ability to still communicate with people even when you make them feel uncomfortable. Let me get that out the camera. Even when you make them feel uncomfortable. Dave make motherfuckers uncomfortable because it was like, you could hear the little giggles in the back, but people were uncomfortable. And he was very comfortable with that. But what struck me was the fact that in his usual fashion, if you ever notice, like real good comedians, they'll start off with something and they will end their show with the very same thing. And what Dave Chappelle opened the show with was a story about being terrified. Being terrified at first, right? So now, one of the things that he did there for me was that he made the human connection, because all of us have experienced some point in time in our life where we have been absolutely terrified. Bringing the human element into it, right? So that everybody could feel it. Brilliant. Because I know people was going here expecting to hear laughter, but it got quiet, because he talked about how he got caught in an earthquake in California and all the stuff that he grabbed. And he said that he wasn't going to scream because just in case he survived, he didn't want to be embarrassed to think back on that memory. And then he connected that somehow with his father, right? His father and George Floyd. And he said the only time, my fault, he first went from him being terrified and screaming, in a sense, to where he has never seen nobody yell out in pain or in suffering until he watched his father die, and his father called for his grandmother. Right? Now, connecting to humanity, then connecting it to the ancestors. His father on his deathbed was calling for his grandmother that passed away. Then he went into the story and connected all of that to the whole George Floyd piece. So he connected the humanity, he connected the connection to something bigger than ourselves, like the ancestors, and then he connected this man being strangled out and choked out for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Now, family, it's on YouTube. It's entitled 846. Now, think about this, family. I still have not been able to watch the video. I've seen pictures of George Floyd, and I am immediately connected to him because, matter of fact, before I got on Instagram, one of my sons was on Instagram, and this dude looked so much like Sorrell that it hurts my heart to even see this man in a picture doing this. So what Dave Chappelle did is he connected everybody's humanity. Have you ever felt so terrified that you wanted to scream out? Then he connected it to his personal life. My dad, when he died, he called for his grandmother or his great-grandmother, right? I heard him call out. And then he connected that to George Floyd being down on the ground, terrified, screaming for his mother who had passed away. And he walked us through all this stuff, connecting different things in. I'm not going to go too long on that, but he started connecting different things in. Also, you could check out Greg Carr's analysis of the whole piece. There's a whole lot of analysis, a whole lot of people doing an analysis over what this man said. But bringing it back around, when he finally finished, he went back and he did a history lesson. So not only did this man connect to humanity, to everybody done felt terror. I don't care what color you are or whatever. Then he connected to us directly as black people, with the ancestors. Because the ancestors he talking about are connected to us. Right? Then he went through a whole tirade about 8 minutes and 46 seconds. And then he connected it to I'm not going to ruin it for those that haven't seen it. Then he connected it to another story Then he connected it to another story. Then he connected it to the story of his grandparents. And he walked us through that because his grandfather was a bishop of the African Methodist Church that met with the president. And he brought it all the way back around from the beginning to being terrified, to his father screaming for his ancestor, to him giving us a story about his ancestors and how this thing was connected to him. And also, let me say this. He also subtly showed how George Floyd is connected in some form or fashion to all of us. Now, what do I mean? Because he gave his subtle connection to George Floyd. Right? Boom, the subtle connection. I won't tell you what it is, but it got to do with 846. Boom, just like he was connected. I can't watch that shit because I'm connected to it, because when I look at that man, I can't help but to see my sons. I can't help but to see my sons. I see my sons in that shit. So I can't sit down and I can't watch it. So we all, in some form of fashion, are connected by this. But Dave Chappelle take you down the road and he starts bringing in different pieces. He deals with Candace Owens. He deals with the white woman that told LeBron James to shut up and dribble. But then she turned around and within the last couple of weeks defending the quarterback for the New Orleans Saints because he has a right to express himself. Right? He connects all of this stuff and then brings it around and gives you a history lesson using his ancestors, and then he connects it back to the fact that this woman that was married to this bishop who was born in slavery was the very woman that his father was screaming for on his deathbed. Brilliant. Brought that shit brought it all the way back around. And for me, being somebody to get up and salute my ancestors every morning, right? Because I'm always looking for connections. Because that's how we do as human beings, because it helps us make sense of the world. It makes being in the world a little bit more comfortable for us because I can find some connection. I can find something that makes sense. And what he did, he used that to plug everybody that was listening to him in to what's going on. Also, he foreshadows in there too. I mean, he do a lot of little shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the shit is good. If you get an opportunity, check it out. Let's talk about it on tomorrow night's show, which we definitely can do. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm getting ready for the DigiFest. We're going to have us some great interviews. Everything is going to be going down, and I just can't wait. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all at the DigiFest. For those that don't know, DigiFest will be taking place on June 20th. From 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Now, you can walk around with your phone. I don't expect you to sit in one place and just watch it, but we're going to have all types of entertainment popping off, you know, for the budget that we able to work with. You know what I'm saying? But thanks to y'all, we've been able to do, you know what I'm saying? We've been able to just make it happen, right? Because that's what we do as family. We make shit happen, even when we don't got a lot. But anyway, it's time for us to do our toast. Let's get to our Daily Toaster screen. Time to get to the Daily Toaster screen. All right. Here we go. First, giving honor to the creator by whatever name you choose to call the creator. We lift up our glass. Shouts out to Mac WCCD. Black power to you as well. Oh, and he kind of hit on that too a little bit, you know, but indirectly. You got to really, really listen. Right? 846 is on YouTube now. Go check it out. It's worth the watch. Don't go there thinking he got some little funny parts in there. But it's deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? Because along with hip hop growing up, our comedy is growing up. Because we got to realize that really when it comes to us, the only ones that's really been able to, in a sense, speak the truth and basically live a whole life have been entertainers. Entertainers. Dick Gregory, Richard Pryor, You know what I'm saying? When they got onto their social thing, they were able to deliver a message and not get fucked with. Because, it's just a comedian. He's just being funny. So Dave Chappelle is using his platform to celebrate those young people that's out here doing what they doing, to remind us of our responsibility, to remind us of our connection, and to remind us about the history that we come out of, or at least a piece of the history that we come out of. Because a lot of us be in denial about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, we would never, I would never, there ain't no slavery in my family. And our direct connection to this country. And what's old, I'm just waiting for that comedian to come out that's going to be joking about that and, bringing up the issue of reparations. Give me I want my goddamn check. But anyway, that's a personal issue. We lift up our glass. We salute the creator by whatever name you choose to call it creator. We lift up our glass and we say, from their family, we lift up our glass and we salute our personal ancestors. That's what we do here for those that are new. We salute our personal ancestors. Right? So, like I said, if you got some connections to some of the famous ones, by all means, throw them up on the list. For those who are new and you want to put your ancestors on the list so that they can get toasted every day, whether you here or not. Right? Because my goal is to remember our ancestors, our personal ancestors, and all those that contribute to what I'm doing by lending me your eyes and lending me your ears for a moment. And some of y'all have even went into your pockets and said, look, Brother Hatem, I like what you're doing. I like what y'all doing with the young people, and they're supporting. For those of you that supporting me, I want to be able to help you remember your ancestors. So on those days when you feeling down, you know that somebody is lifting up somebody in your family, and hopefully that can make you feel a little bit better. Because that's what we do here at Gye-Nyame Journey. So right now, I lift up my glass to our personal ancestors. Anybody that has any new ancestors, or you have somebody you want to put on the list, by all means, post them up. I'll go on and write them down. And they will be part of our spiritual tribe. Yes, we do have a spiritual tribe. But actually, our spiritual tribe is breaking the rules of Gye-Nyame. Because in Gye-Nyame, we only allowed to have 150 people in our tribe. It's a specific reason. Actually, when we reach 149, we got to split. So half of us got to go to one place, half of us going to stay with Gye-Nyame. You already know what I'm doing. I'm staying with Gye-Nyame, but it's about 75. Y'all got to get to stepping. Y'all got to form something. Y'all got to build something. But anyway, I digress. Let me go to the list. I'm going to try to go as far as I can by memory. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann Robert, Texas, Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William Walter, Chris and Fanny Gaston, Lena, Uncle Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pimenel, Normo X, Pet Ma, Rob Malika Fakour, Dr. Mary Ann Williams, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusef Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Actor Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Gail Pullen, the Luxor Brothers, Miss Lita Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Lonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Natalie Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renneman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Del Hodge, Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Well, Levita Farmer, Ago Sosu, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Evelyn Theodis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza, Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Percy Moore, Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Heather Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Afia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., Dana Parham, Dana Jones, man, I made it all the way last time. All right, Dana Jones. Let me go down here. Where are we? Wrong side. Dana Jones. I'm trying to memorize the whole list for those that's new, because I want to make sure all your ancestors. So even if I'm sitting in the hospital bed, I can sit up here and be like, boom, 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 get your ancestors off. Or I got the list so that if need be, one of the young boys could step up or one of the young ladies could step up. Gina actually could do the whole damn toast, because I think she's trying to take me out and take my spot anyway. So, let's see. Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Heather Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Afia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Ward, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Addie Levester, May Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thomas Triggs, Thomas Alula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frank Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brandon Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dee Monaries, Gina Rupe Jones, Jana Callahan. We also have William Walter West, Najala Parrish, Elder Basiji Falani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Denise Waters, DeFriedis Hines, Ines Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scanterbury, Wilson Haley, Alma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spradley, Kevin Spradley, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith County, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Naylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Glebus, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Becca Elizondo, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harry Tubman Kate, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Senior, Mally Miller, Hosey Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Dixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, President Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Newly Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Manny and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Copeland, Bibi and Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlington Houston, Led Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, and West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, and Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Bad Braun, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raymond Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brownlee Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Captain Anthony, Ruth Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Senior, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee McCormick, No, it's Robbie Lee Caldwell, trying to go by memory. Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javon McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Laura Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Alver, Mazarin Cofer, George Swan, Emane Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We also have in our black book, we have Joella Giles, James Carswell, Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. We got Elder Shaka McNair. We got Anthony Brown. We got Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James, Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Sheldon Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cunderbond, Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Nance Words, Marshawn McKill, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jepson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Sermon Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Etta Clarence Lumpkins, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Correa, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khaled is in transition, also known as Nigel Turner. We have Demetrius Lewis Flynn, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gant, Sharifa Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominic Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Munger III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Jassandra, Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alao T. Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walton. Let me be clear. Sonny is separate. Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem and Como, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, Dr. Cream, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Priscilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, Jalara Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Andy Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha DeMond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Coper, Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as T. Toot to Don, Sabre Winston, Chris Kinney, Margaret Minter. We got Mary Smith, Juanita Florine Stith Gibbs, Carl William, Duncan Jr., Janet Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, Teresa Biddle. We got LaVonna Kincaid, Carla Sawyer, Reverend Jesse Porter, Deacon Ezekiel Dennis, Brenda Porter, Craig Lee Jones. We got Granny Beulah, Papa Al Riesling, Inez Smith, George Gamble Sr., Joseph Garrett, LaShonda Jamar. We got Leroy Riley. We got Mona Yolanda Hunter, and we got Yvonne Patrice Turner. Family, we lift up our glass to all of our ancestors. Are there any more in the room? Anybody got any others in there? If not, we lift up our glass and we salute each and every last one of our ancestors upon whom shoulder we stand, who made it possible for us to become who we are today. We salute these beautiful people. We salute these extensions of our family, and we will never forget them. Some of us are still living off the lessons that some of our ancestors laid down for us. I know I am, and I'm so glad that it was a Geneva Brown in my life. I'm so glad that there was a Cleveland Brown in my life, right? I'm so glad, right? I'm so glad I have my Aunt Gina, right? I'm just lifting up my glass. I'm so glad that I have my grandma Margaret Ellis. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these names, these energies, we need to keep these energies going, and we need to make sure our children know who they are connected. You're connected to something bigger. Because when I go to some of these schools, some of these children think that is about them. Of course, that's what they've been taught. But our children need to understand that it's always been our tradition. It has always been bigger than you, baby. You are important. Don't get me wrong. You are important. But it's always been bigger than you. And because it's been bigger than you, that's why we've been able to do big things. We have always been able to do big things, whether we were by ourselves or whether we were in captivity. Because even in captivity, we did it big. You can't tell me that being able to create chitlins wasn't a monumental task. God damn it. Somebody took in the entrails of something and making it edible. Monumental. We were able to build towns from absolutely nothing. We were able to produce major cities in these United States that nobody recognized because everybody's caught up on Tulsa, Oklahoma, and that's cool. But everybody caught up on Tulsa. Nobody want to talk about Mount Vernon here and how the expressway fucked that up, or how the expressway possibly fucked up a lot of these other cities where we're sitting at. And our ancestors did that shit. Some of our personal ancestors participated in building and maintaining that shit. So we lift up our glass to all those that came before us, because not only are we going to do what they did, we're going to take it to the next level. We lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move on. We move to our present moment. Right now, I want to give all of those Umoja babies. And if you don't know whether you're an Umoja baby or not, family, you need to go to GNJ. Listen, go to freegnjecourse.com so that you can understand what Brother Hatim talking about. We got a tribal culture here, right? So when I'm talking about Umoja, you know I ain't just talking about Kwanzaa. I'm talking about right now, this moment, today. We have to start taking our shit back. We gave them the week. Now we calling it Monday, Tuesday. No, fuck that. It's ours. We gave it to them. So now your principle that's in motion for the day is Umoja. And I ask every last one of my persons, every last one of my family members, right, which y'all are, if you would, go and seek out your principle. The principle of the day is Umoja, and I'm guaranteeing it's waiting there for you to see it. All you got to do is strive. Just look for it. I'm trying to tell you, because the world got you looking for all types of bullshit. And I'm trying to challenge you and get you to start looking for our principles, because we can see them. Because once we start being able to see them, we can start putting them in motion. So I want to give all the Umoja babies a round of applause. Shouts out to the Umoja babies. Oh, y'all the bomb. Oh, those of you that was born on Umoja. Y'all bring such a power to our collective. And we can't do it without you, right? Those individuals who have an innate understanding of unity. It's in you. But anyway, for those, we lift up our glass, we salute this moment, right? Realizing that this moment was a gift to us from our ancestors, which again is that connection that they struggled, they fought to maintain the space and time in which we occupy. Now it is our role, it is our goal, it is our responsibility to fight and to keep our space and time. Build it up, increase it if possible, get the resources along with the space and time, and pass them on to the next generation so that they can do some incredible things, family. So we lift up our glass and we salute this moment. I ask everybody once again, well, I already did that. Activate your reticular formations. I did it without, and seek out the principle. We lift up our glass, we salute this moment, and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we salute our children, our children's children, on to infinity. We lift up our glass, we salute our children that's here. We salute our children that are not here yet, and we salute them on to infinity, because we have always been here, and if we continue doing the work, we will always be here. Constant is a constant struggle. Hell, freedom ain't never been free. It ain't never been easy either, right? So we're moving. We're moving towards it. We lift it up and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move on to all of our relations, and we lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From all of our relations, where do we go? All of our relations, we move to that selfish toast. This is for you, family, those of you out there. What is it that you need right now in this moment to move towards the greatest you? It's already there. What do you need to uncover it? What do you need in this moment? This moment, right? Lift up our glass. We say Ashe. Last but not least, family, I want to salute the most magnificent, the most beautiful, the most powerful, the most uplifting, the most inspiring, the wisest, and the bravest individual in the room. I lift my glass up to all of y'all, and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Now let me finish drinking. hot damn. Summer in the city. It is summer. It's almost summer. We're approaching summertime, family. Really, for those who have not seen the special yet, it's on the Gye-Nyame page on Facebook. If you got Facebook, wow, they got me up there like that. Wow, 846. But yeah, it's a powerful piece. I got it on the timeline. You go down and you can find it, or just go to YouTube, check it out. Let me know what you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't go expecting big laughs. You're not going to get big laughs. You're going to get big reality. Because where we are as a people, I think we move into a more, I ain't going to say more sophisticated, because it's hard to make people laugh, but we're moving in a direction where we got to be, where some of our creations are going to be, people are going to be looking for something of some quality, of some maturity, because we need that. We needed the analysis that a comedian by the name of, what's his name? What's his name? I forgot his name. What is his name? What's the man's name? Somebody out there help me. Somebody post something up. I'm old. What is this man's name? Dave Chappelle. Ohio guy. But I'm trying to go down the time list to see where it is. That's right, Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, who did an excellent job of wrapping this whole piece up. It ain't wrapped up. It's just the beginning, y'all. I want y'all to understand we moving into a different world. So, because some of y'all, some of my people, man, are just like, it it's the same. It's about, I think it's gonna be a little bit different. Pandemic will change your ass, for real. And this shit right here that we going through right now, perfect storm. And then, but he changed it. But the Great Pumpkin was going to have his first rally on June 19th in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But he changed it to, thank you for changing it for June 20th. That's still the weekend. A lot of people, he changed it. That weekend is our motherfucking weekend. So I'm just wondering, is the Great Pumpkin going to announce that the Republicans is going to push for reparations or some shit like that? I'm just wondering. It got to be. He just, either he is just blatantly disrespectful, which he probably is, or he's just a total idiot. I don't know. And he must got a bunch of cowards around and be like, yo, man, we can't do that. We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I called a few of the lead young warriors in my life and be like, yo, y'all on standby. Just in case, I need y'all on standby. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what direction this might go. Because that was not a smart move. But anyway, especially with what's going on. Any questions or comments for me before I get up off of here? Okay. Now, news. China is reporting the biggest coronavirus outbreak it has seen in 2 months. And then all over the United States with it opening up. It looked like Rona is back on a world tour. The Rona is coming back and is on a world tour, family. Please protect yourself and protect your loved ones. Whether you believe in it or not, at least practice the precautions to protect those around you. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, it's bigger than you. And black folks, this whole I'm living for me and I'm living my best life shit, that's not you. That's not us. That has never been us. Never been us. Because there was no best life. It was no best life for the whole group. I ain't going to say the whole group, but at least your tribe, goddammit. How you living your best life and everybody else in your tribe is fucked up? We got to right some things here. You know what I'm saying? We have to be, I mean, some of us living the best life and our elders is in old folks' homes and shit. right? We living our best life and our children go to fucked up schools and we don't participate in it, but we living our best life. Is that our best life? See, we live in life like it ends right here. I keep telling y'all we are generational people, which means we come back through our bloodline. So if you leave your bloodline fucked up and without, guess what you get to come back into? Guess what you get to come back into? Right? If you leave the family all fucked up and broke up, guess what you get to come back into to try to fix? See, ancestors are not the end. For us, death was never the end. And some of y'all, once again, I go back to some of y'all still had a tradition where the old people get to see the baby first before the baby is even named. Why? Because they're looking to see who has come back. Who are you? This is something that was transplanted here with us. And so we have to understand that we're not just raging war, raging conflict in this time just for us. We're raising it for the future generations. Why? Because maybe if your selfish ass, maybe this might help you. If you figured out that your selfish ass got to come back, you'll be a little bit better in how you deal with your family, your friends, and your tribe. You got to come back. I'm not trying to come back to the situation I'm in. It's all right, but I need to be on the next level when I come back. And I hope that you would want to be on the next level. Hell, I'm shooting for the next level in this life. I'm trying to push my children up so that, come on now, it's bigger than us. All this is bigger than us. But Corona's out there. And once you start really focusing on the fact that it's bigger than you, then you won't mind washing your hands. You won't mind wearing your mask. You ain't got to wear it while you riding in your goddamn car. But especially if you're going around some of your elders, right? Or you going to a place where you might be picking up something. Like I say, even if you don't believe in it, even if you have all the proof for it, what's wrong with practicing precautions? And let me say this, human beings ain't make it this far as a group by the motherfuckers who just, was too tough to do shit. We made it because it was a lot of safe motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that bush moving. I'm going this way. I'm going to go this way. That bush moving. That's a conspiracy. You always tiger eat your ass up. You know what I'm saying? We have survived by practicing precautions. This is why we here. We practice precautions over a long period of time. Certain rules of thumb, certain things that happen. You might look at it as because a lot of the superstitions come from people who had rules of thumb for the time they were in. And because we're no longer in that time, it's no longer useful. Right? But even now, we need to develop certain rules of thumb that we teach our young people that if you see this, you need to do that. Precautions. Every culture got them. There's a video I got up. This is probably a year old. Being nice is not going to end racism. Robin DiAngelo. Real good piece. Because a lot of people just think that if we just be nice and if we love. See, because I'm going to say this. Y'all keep your love. I'm just saying. Keep your love. Because some of those slave masters love their slaves. Love my slaves. You keep your love. I want those resources. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I need those resources. Keep your love. Give me the money. And the land. Just in case you change the money. Give me the land. Keep your niceness. Keep your love. Right? God got enough love for all of us. Let me go and get the love of my ancestors. I don't need your love. right? Don't need it. Don't even need you to be nice. But let's go to the treasury, which belongs to all of us, and y'all go on and start cutting them goddamn checks. How about that? Let me see. All right, yesterday, what we do? We had the per onk. I want to thank y'all. We got 58 views, 7 shares. Man, family, y'all knocking it out the park. Knocking it out the park. Now, I had a few problems because I'm experimenting with some stuff as well. And Janice, if you still on, I have a link that I could send you that when you want to do your show, if you want to do your show, in a sense, through my platform, you could do a show directly through my platform with this link. I'm still experimenting with it, but hey, I'm just saying. If you need help building yours, I ain't got no problem with it, because I'm going to share your shit on my timeline. I can't wait for your show. All right, let's see. Okay, we got 25 views on Kuumba. Did I put any more news up? I don't see no more news. I ain't got no more news. I'm all out of news, family. I ain't got nothing else to say unless y'all got something to say. Anybody got something to say? Oh, man. I'm up on that screen and y'all still on that screen. I'm sorry. I feel so stupid. News screen. Let me get y'all on the news screen so y'all can follow along with me. Good God Almighty. You know, I'm old, man. It's like, I'm getting older. Let's put it that way. Because I know some real old people, you know, and they be like, you ain't old. Nah. I be wanting to argue with them, but I don't. Here you go. Your boy here, Trump, planning a rally in Tulsa. Psych. Massacre on Juneteenth is almost, he said almost blasphemous. That shit is blasphemy to the highest level. But hey, we're going to see. Rise in new lockdown rises. Risk of new lockdown rises with fear of second COVID wave. Family, please know something is coming back through. Something is coming back. So please start preparing yourself. Get yourself ready. Now I went over this before. I posted up this video. This woman is an Iranian. She wrote a book called The Color of Money and Why There's a Wealth Gap. Now, whenever she's speaking, one of the things I like about her, she says the only way. Now, this is an Iranian woman. She ain't got nothing to benefit from this shit. She says she didn't even start writing a book about black banks. She was going to write a book about small immigrant banks, but then she saw such an issue with black banks that she wrote the book The Color of Money. And you will be surprised some of the stuff she discovers in her journey. But one of the only things she says that one of the only things that could really help the black community to do some of the stuff that some of us think that we're gonna do is reparations. Now, this is an Iranian woman. This ain't one of Hatim's black friends. This is an Iranian woman who is an immigrant here, who looked at the whole system and is able to look at it from the outside perspective and see some shit that some of us that's getting our ass whooped. And she tells a story about a black banker who, because she was running a black bank, had always been the focus of a lot of investigations and shit. And she said that after this woman read her book, she started crying because for all these years that she'd been under this pressure, she thought it was her. She thought the issue was her. When in fact, the issue was that the system had been designed against her being successful in that field. It's not only against her, but against her whole people. So my video ended. Your post getting more engagement, 95% of. All right, cool. All right, here we go. The meritocracy sham. This brother get on and destroys the whole idea of the meritocracy in America. Because you be hearing people talk about it's a meritocracy here in America, and what you get is what you earn. This motherfucker, I think he a Yale graduate. You know what I'm saying? He talks about y'all need to go and check that video out. Think about it. That's what I got on top of it. All right, where is Dave Chappelle? All right, cool. All right, we did our show. We had 19 views on Nia. All right, cool. I'm trying to make it down there so I could go and put Dave Chappelle back up at the top. Reshare it. All right. I'm playing the number. Oh, and that's why on Nia, I said I'm playing the number. I'm playing the number because I woke up and I watched that shit. I'm playing the number. Let's see. Here we go. No, that's DigiFest. There we go right there. I'm putting it back at the top. I know Janice is not here right now. I'm going to reshare it and put it back at the top. Share the page. I want to share it to this page. Damn. Oh, man, I got to go through all this. See what I got to go through? We're going to post it back up to the top so that y'all can get it. Pow. Post it back up. All right, family, this is Brother Hatim. I'm going to say peace. Disrespectful Greenwood need their assets plus interest. Yeah, not only Greenwood, baby. You need some too. Not just Greenwood, baby. You need it too. Because Greenwood wasn't the only one to get hit. You got hit. You got ran over by that. Your people got ran over by the Highway Act. Your people suffered from Jim Crow and black codes. Come on now. Y'all, we wasn't not allowed to compete. And until we realized that, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, of course, those out and what's crazy about it is that I don't even believe Tulsa was an outlier. I really don't. I seen pictures of Mount Vernon Avenue right here in Columbus. I remember some of the stories about what people used to talk about from where I'm from, right, in Akron. You know what I'm saying? You know, all that shit split in half by these expressways going through, specifically targeting your area. Come on now. But hey, we about to go. I already said that. But family, it was a pleasure sitting here with you. Now I'm on my way to my adventure to start the day. And with that, let me I need to do let's do this real quick. And I'm out. Oh yeah. Okay. I got a whole bunch of new scenes now. I gotta do some scenes for DigiFest. But here you go.
Ayimbobe is an acronym. Mind, Body, and Universal Balance Empowerment Institute. It is also Zulu. It means lion, of course. With that, we're working with resiliency. We're working with trauma-informed care. With all of the mind-body connections that we need to not only address so many of our ills, but also to heal from them. There's no one giant step that does it. It's a lot of little steps. Author unknown. How do you regulate? Yoga, meditation, and Bube. Mind, body, universal balance, empowerment. We're waiting for you. How do you regulate?
To have melanin embedded in our skin is a gift.
Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black? Too strong? Yeah.
We were born to be great.
Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black?